Good evening, everybody, to part 9 of Ace Attorney, the trilogy. I'm your host, TCG, and good evening, Murgu. Good evening, Not Moriarty. Good evening, JFC. Oh, I am glad you've got work. You're off work early today. That's good stuff, mate. That's good to hear, because I know you've been doing a lot of hours. And speaking of which, I've got an update for you guys. And good evening, Mr. Gently Benevolent. I'm not late. I clicked the button at dead on 9:30. It's still 9:30 by my books. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a good Thursday. If we don't, just a heads up, if we don't get this done tonight, this particular story, chances are the next stream isn't going to be until Monday. Now, JFC brings up the topic of work, and basically I've lumbered myself in for 30 hours worth of overtime between now and Sunday. I mean, I actually just finished work half an hour ago. I am absolutely foobarred. So this will probably be the last stream this week, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get this done, because I think it's the last day of the trial anyway, and I think we should be in a good position to get this done. Good evening, Marina. How are you doing? So yeah, if you ever wondered why I'm a bit slow with the content on the main channel, then this is a good reason why. It's going to be a 65-hour work week for me this week, which is I'm not complaining. I'm getting paid time and a half. GB, I would tell work to bugger off, mate, but to be honest, at this moment in time, they do pay me a lot more than what I get paid for on YouTube. So maybe we could talk to the YouTube bigwigs, perhaps, to maybe give my channel a little bit of a bump up the queue in the algorithm. Maybe a bit more, be a bit more generous with the ad revenue, and yeah, it's that would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice. I do have another update as well. So since we last streamed, I've been having a little look around, and I have managed to get 3 DS games working. Excuse me, and I've got 1 3DS game. The 3DS game does sort of run a bit slow on cutscenes, but generally speaking, during the gameplay, it'll be fine. But it's playable, very much playable. But if you notice any slowdowns when we do get to it eventually, then it's not like it's kind of my computer, but it's kind of the totally legitimate 3DS that I'm running on. But I do want to show you what the layout will look like. So let's go here. So when we eventually do the 3DS and DS live streams, actually, let me see. Can I turn my background? Okay. Okay, it's not. Okay. So basically, you've got the panels here. So bottom panel will just be blank, where it's got the YouTube icon. Hey, Burnsy, how you doing? The bigger rectangle, that will be where the top screen goes, and on the top right will be where the bottom screen goes. So you will be able to see everything that I'm doing, and you'll have a little chat. The bottom right rectangle is will be the live box chat. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting. I'm actually looking forward to getting onto the DS games, to tell you the truth. Once we get this trilogy done, then I'll be moving on to the DS games. Then we'll go on to the 3DS games, and then we'll go on to the Switch for the Ace Attorney games that were released most recently, which actually took place in the 19th century, and I've not actually played those through yet, so that will be a first time. Yes. So guys, there's 6 of you here already. Let's get into that, and we'll go, and let's crack on. Hey Tash. Oh yeah, don't forget guys, like, share and subscribe and all that fancy stuff. So yeah, smash that like button like a judge smashes that gavel, that hammer. Subscribe to the channel and become a crime-solving detective / lawyer. And share this video with anybody who you know who might have an interest in true crime, fictional crime, gameplay-related crime, and even a bit of law. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, no, we're not investigating, aren't we? We're investigating. Right, fingers crossed this investigation side don't take too long, because I do definitely want to get with the back in the court. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing, guys? What do you think of my performance today, dude? I had him swooning in the house, huh, Maya? Let's have a look. They say click the subscribe button last time, so I did. Excellent stuff. Good stuff, birds. Yes, I saw that. I saw you do that. If you are enjoying the series, there is a little pinned comment at the top where you can always tip my work. It's not obligatory, but it is very, very much appreciated. I'll be back. My son's awake. Unfortunately, putting up with his antics and stomach bug. Oh, bless you. No worries. Well, see you soon. Pop back when you can. Swooning? Me? Oh, yes. I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth, Maya. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you could... Dude, I think you could do better than that. Come on. I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah! Bow before your hero, dudes. I suppose we're going to have to talk to him then, aren't we? You had work shut down that day. Dude. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick. That boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious, dude. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet, man. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey. I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty, well, edgy, dude. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night, man? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Oh, yeah, JFC, I did hear all about that smoke. You got some, like, forest fires or some stuff going over in Canada, right? Because you spread that smoke to New York City. I saw the governor of New York was, like, telling people to stay in their homes, or if they had to go out, wear masks and all that stuff. Huh. Enough with the silent treatment. Oh, I thought we were going to have to pick somebody. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? Oh, happy birthday for to your dog, Tash, for Monday. You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles, and Larry. They saved me, and I'll never forget it. Guys, we've hit 10 for the first time in this stream. Since we started streaming this series. 10 people in the chat. Good evening, everybody. Let's see if we can make it 11. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry, what was he talking about? Huh? Sorry. I kind of forgot, dude. Who's got a bucket list? TCG last year, me and H took him away and he went on his first steam train. Oh, was this your dog? Sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat. Oh, wow, that's lovely. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? Watch out, Mr. PewDiePie. Hell yeah, watch out. Ah. You remember, Larry. Spring, end of 3rd grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Oh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah. Here, JFC, a little fun fact about that Icelandic volcano. If you are into football, or soccer as the Americans like to call it, there was a player called Falcao who was supposed to join Blackburn Rovers that season. Or it might have been, it might have been Lewandowski actually. But either way, one of them two, like world-class elite footballers at the time, or more prospects at the time, but ended up becoming elite footballers. One of those players, I'm pretty sure it was Lewandowski actually, was meant to join Blackburn Rovers. Like he was meant to board a flight to go over there, sign a contract, all that stuff. And that didn't happen because of that volcano. Because of obviously all the closures and all the cancellations on the flights, all the grounded flights. Anyway, Blackburn would get relegated very soon after that. But you would imagine like how well they could have done if they had like a Lewandowski or Falcao type striker. Very, very. One wonders. One does wonder. Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty! He did it! Guilty! It was you! Thief! Give the money back! You're such a meanie! No one will play with him! Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not going to play with you anymore! Yeah, and no borrowing either! We should be allowed to read it once in a while. Oh my god, they went too fast! Hey, did you write that back the other day? Now, Phoenix, you should know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologise, Phoenix. I didn't know what was... Oh, sorry, hang on. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologise. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! He shouldn't have to apologise. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologise. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honour, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Ah. This is always how it is, dude. Everybody's ganging up and picking on one person, man. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, dude, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. Oh, no confetti. Phoenix got found not guilty. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were best of friends. Wow. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone. Without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So, I took it kind of personally, see. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father.
I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney.
So then what the hell happened? Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Please, sir, can I have some law?
Please, sir, can I have some law?
But why, dude? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. Well, that's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he'd become who he became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yeah. Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick. Nick.
We have to save Mr. Edgeworth. If it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. It very well may be.
First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Right, let's get cracking. Shall we go to the... We'll do a quick run through first. Excuse me. You look as grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Bit obsessive, Mr. Wright. You could have just called him, not change your whole career to meet him. But I tried to call him, Mr. Gently Benevolent. I don't know how many times.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Mr. Crime, are you warm? Very, yes. We are entering the summer months now, and my house is like a heat trap. But I also have a cup of tea next to me as well. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous.
Gee, thanks.
That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth. Why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? No worries, JFC. See you in a bit. Don't assume TCG's gender, JFC. Don't you worry. You can call me whatever you want. I've been called worse. I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
one suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi.
He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent.
That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder.
Lost your memory?
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent.
Is Yanni Yogi a joke? I'm not getting. All the other names have some sort of quirk I'm getting on. Yeah, I to be fair, they do. Unless I'm thinking like Annalie Oakley, like some sort of Simpsons reference, but I don't know. Like Simpsons splashed in with Yogi the Bear. I genuinely don't know. Like, it is one of those things that to be fair, I don't get.
That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys.
What's your relationship with Von Karma?
Hey, Maverick.
Today was rough. Oh, bless you, man. Sorry to hear that.
He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away.
Edgeworth,
if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
You got Mia, he got an old bloke. You won that round, Phoenix.
Correction. He's got an old bloke. I've got a dead Mia.
There you go. He's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding.
Can I present anything to him? Let's start presenting stuff.
Sorry, I'm not sure I can help you with that.
Okay.
What are you showing me this picture for?
No reason. You had a Mia. Yeah, exactly. I had a Mia.
You know, I was impressed by your deduction in the trial today. Granted, you were at the end of your rope, but still.
Nick, he noticed.
Okay, can't help us with that. Can't help us with that. Can't help us with that.
Can't help us with that. She still pops up detective, just happens to be in her sister.
Phrasing!
Can't help us with that. Oh, here we go. Yeah, let's talk about DL6. See if brings anything up.
It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 28, its statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow.
Could that be a coincidence?
But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never.
Objection, Your Honour. He said he doesn't remember the details of the murder because of the oxygen deprivation. How can he say that it won't be erased from his memory? Anyway, poor Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, do you want to have a look at your dad, mate? Have a look at that.
Nick, no! That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that.
Yeah, you're right. Now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. What is it?
Nothing.
Alright, okay. Let's move on then. We will go to Gourd Lake entrance now. December 27, Gourd Lake Park entrance.
Hey, pal. Long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe.
Close one today, eh? I got so worked up, I snapped my tie in half.
Sorry about that.
No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now, I'm off to catch me a criminal.
Oh, bye then.
Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing.
Eek!
No one can go into the woods today.
The woods? Where Otto was camping?
The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. They got pretty mad. No one could go in for a while.
I got a free croissant from the supermarket for being a good customer.
Oh, nice. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
I think I just missed Maya's dialogue there. Sorry about that. Right, let's move on. We shall go in to the beach area. Oh, everything's been taken down now. The steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore?
Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too.
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work.
I don't really think there's anything here for us, is there? Yeah, we'll move on. We'll move on. Let's go to the boat rental shop now. December 27, boat rental shop.
That old caretaker got away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
Who's that? I'd know the clearing of the throat anywhere.
Ah, it's Grossberg! Aha, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see?
Mr. Grossberg? This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks. Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows? Let's go in the shack and have a little look around.
Ah!
Nobody's home.
Hello! Hello! Ah!
Hey, it's Polly! I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly.
Hello! Hello! Ah!
I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself.
Hello! Hello! Ah!
Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick?
You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something.
Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you.
Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. Right, let's do a little bit of a bin raid. Oh, hang on, what's this here? That fishing pole looks expensive.
Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe.
Don't you think the caretaker would mind?
Well, we can't just leave him the metal... We can't... Hang on. Oh, we can just leave him the metal detector in exchange.
Maybe we'd better not. Let's have a look in the bin.
What's wrong? Huh? Oh, never mind.
What? Tell me.
Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week.
Oh.
See? That's why I didn't want to tell you.
I think we should... Oh, I have no clues there. I think we should have a look here.
Oh, that reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1128. Ah!
Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Ah, but hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Ah, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Mr. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on there? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail, how to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth, calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. What are we talking about, chat? The safe, detective. Yes, the safe. Right, no packages. Yes, yes, always fresh. Tastes better, lasts longer, or both. A letter just woke my Amazon help. Best taste, especially if still warm. What are we talking about? Oh, pastries. Okay, pasties. Lovely jubbly. I don't know, but oh yeah, I think I've read that bit. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Yoink, indeedy do. I don't think there's anything else for us to go through, so let's go back out. Let's go back here. Go here. Back out here. Move here. Let's go to the Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, sorry, I'm knocking my microphone. My throat's what a 13-hour shift does to you. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker, of course. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing to do, pal. I do, pal, even. Good luck, Gumshoe. Okay, so we ain't here. Let's head back to the office. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Yes. Let's go to Grossberg. He's out. Again. When does he work anyway? Now. Don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Oh my word. Oh, hang on a minute. Detention centre. We've got to speak to Edgeworth. We have to speak to Edgeworth, I'm guessing. Edgeworth. See this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men? Meaning myself and Robert Hammond? It also says this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Welcome home, JFC.
I think we might have found out who the old caretaker is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can talk more. There we go. Yanni Yogi. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago.
Earthquake, baby. Earthquake.
The quake was incredibly strong. Yogi revealed, Murgu. Well, we suspect now that the old caretaker is indeed Yogi Yanni, or Yanni Yogi. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent. Huh? Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Oh dear. Edgeworth, did you kill your father? I think the time has come to tell all. The nightmare. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing. In the dark. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help. Get us out. Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. You'll use up even more oxygen if you keep repeating this blimmin' sequence. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Ah! What are you? Stop breathing my air. Hey, father. He's attacking father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I picked up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! Bang. Yes, that's exactly how it sounds when you get shot. With that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. That's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Sounded like that last time I got shot, Detective Spot on. Yeah, see? I know. Maybe it was I who killed my father. No. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean? It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do. Like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident,
maybe... There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6. Ladies and gentlemen, now we return to Grossberg's. My clothes are too hot for this weather. Strip off then, mate. Don't worry. You're in friendly company. Mr. Grossberg.
Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, ma'am.
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He snorted a line.
I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder. Wow, chicka wow wow.
Nice. What?
If that's the case, why do you two look so troubled,
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistols to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
At least there's a breeze. Oh, man. When it is proper hot and there is absolutely no breeze, that is soul-crushing. No, I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
Very dry mouth tonight. Let's talk about Greg. Talk about Greg's. What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
Well, I know he runs a bakery shop. In fact, it's become a franchise over several years. Northerners really seem to like it, especially before going to a football match. He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister.
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
It's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies, and evidence and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost, and died in despair, as it were.
I see.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. Ooh. The one who shot me was the bailiff. Ooh, Yanni Yogi. Ooh.
That's right. That's exactly how it happened. Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you, but a possibility nonetheless.
Let's talk about this.
Oh, so this is the letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
Why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon. Soon enough. Wait,
What is it?
this letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago.
Whose handwriting was this?
Do you have any idea who wrote this?
Oh my god. Right, hold on. Chat. Right. First chance of the night, and we are an hour in. Or actually 45 minutes in, and we're on the first. Who do you think wrote the letter? Is it Edgy Boy? Is it Yogi Bear? Or was it? Oh god, hang on. Oh, I can't spell. Don't matter. Who do you think it was? Was it Edgy Boy? Was it Yogi Bear? Or was it Karma Chameleon? Von Kramer. Yeah. Karma. Portly chap just told you he makes his own evidence. I mean, it is a good point. I mean, why would Edgeworth write his own letter to get revenge on himself? Yogi Bear was the one acting it out. Polls up, by the way, if you want to have a look. What's the deal with all these murders? It's kind of what we do. It's kind of the thing round here. That is coming through, right? That poll. Based in the same town Jessica Fletcher hangs out in JFC. Mate, Jessica Fletcher, I swear to God, was the most successful serial killer in human history. Because there is no way that she could be around so many murders and not be responsible for it. I clicked the vote. Huh, interesting. The votes don't appear to be coming through, so I'm just going to... Oh my God, what? Okay. I couldn't see it. Yeah, it froze. How strange. How strange. Right, 57% of you said Karma Chameleon. So we'll go with him. Could it be Manfred von Karma?
Von Karma. Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means... I'm getting disturbed by how often you're singing on these streams, Uncle TCG. Oh, what's wrong with my singing? I'm very sleepy, so I'm doing things... When I start to get very tired, GB, right, I start to lose my sanity a little bit. So I will probably start to make less sense as this stream goes on. I suspect that we're going to... Do you know what? Bollocks to it. We're gonna see this thing through to its completion. Sleep be damned. The one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
Yeah, exactly, I'm trying to stay awake. I'm just concerned you're mid-stroke is all. I think I was born mid-stroke, don't you worry. What does this mean then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Why would he indeed? Why would he indeed?
If it truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no. But how could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
Well, it was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
Whoa. Ooh. Oh yeah. Everybody wants to rule the world. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusations stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea? Or, to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him.
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that. That's manslaughter. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. The police materials. Hey, Slim. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Skip. I skipped it my way. Right, move along. Come back here. We're going to move along to here. Okay, we're getting some movement. We're still moving, guys. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. Phrasing. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, no, I can't have anyone just wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. What? You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Quick, hurry! Hurry up! Get in there! Skip! Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma? Uh-oh. There's a file open. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases. Evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick! The file for DL6! It's completely empty! What?
What are you doing in here?
My, look at that face. Eek. Von Karma.
You. How do you know my name?
Actually, scratch that. I'm going to give him the Arnie voice. Excuse me.
Have we met?
Here we go. What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team. Ha, pathetic. Ahem. I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me, needless things, to be crushed.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. So we chat to him. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate.
Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why?
Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did. What I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival.
That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Now get out of my way. I have to get to the chopper.
No.
Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you'll lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt.
His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean?
You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow.
We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Let's accuse him of this. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. I saw an ad with Arnold in it today. It was a Netflix ad. Yeah, you got a new thing out, a documentary on Netflix. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter?
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Dankeschön for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You saved me a lot of needless hassle.
What?
Nick, what is that thing?
A stun gun. For self-defense, usually.
Indeed. 600,000 volts would course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. Now get zippity zapped.
600,000?
Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it usually. Now give me the letter.
No. No.
Whoa, what are you?
Ah! Maya.
Out of my way.
When I woke up, Maya had been shot. I think it was me. I'm having nightmares about it. Oh dear. He got us. The letter's gone. Of course. And he took the DL6 incident, DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya? Is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes. Oh, she's dead. Maya! Oh, phew.
The letter. Did he take it?
Huh. Oh, yeah. Are you okay?
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm not good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most.
I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Whoa, cheer up, love. It's not that bad. Maya. There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about that self-confidence of hers first. Maya? She's holding something. What's that? Bullet? The L6 incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. To be continued. Yay! Trial time! Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving into the trial now. Final day. December 28, 9:51 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Maverick, bash that gavel. This is it. Judgment Day. I've seen the movie. Pretty good. Arnold Schwarzenegger, great performance. Linda Hamilton, absolute class. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big deal? Sorry, Nick. The third objection is immoral. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Excuse me? Raising! Maya, we definitely don't want you to go out and discharge. That's very inappropriate. Oh, God. Right. Good idea. No, it's a bad idea, Maya. It's very much a bad idea. Try not to electrocute someone on your way out. Whoa, pal.
Wow, pal.
Oh, no.
What's gotten into that girl?
Detective Gumshoe.
Nothing. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth?
Good morning.
How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I've just brought him in. Took all night, pal.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Oh, Maya, come round here and you can give me a shock. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember. And I'm going to prove it. Tash, ew! No discharge, it's uncomfortable. Man, such phrasing. Now I have a mental image of Maya going outside and... I don't... Oh, God! They're talking about the the static, that's what they're talking about. Right. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right. Very well. We've reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on. Don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement. Right. If you were discharging and took a whiz on an electric fence, would you or the fence get shocked? I think you all would, wouldn't you? Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. We flew him in on a chopper this morning. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He's an old caretaker. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he currently has lost his memory of his name and identity. In other words, he is the ideal voting candidate.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony.
What was his voice? I can't remember how I said. Oh yeah.
I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Would have been great to have had that letter.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it.
I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did.
Hold it! I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realised you were in danger.
Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony.
He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi.
But I wasn't running away or nothing.
If you don't have rubber soles, you'll ground out. Then why did you leave?
He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking?
I sat quietly. Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes.
I went to buy some food for Polly, see?
Food?
Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. Was it gourmand? I don't know. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kind of got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please. Your Honor, come to your senses.
I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow.
You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep. Seems like it.
Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
Huh? How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? It's impossible.
I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue.
I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one.
How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Excuse me.
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something?
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same...
Keep going to that voice.
You've been saying the same thing over and over again.
You've been calling the witness's memory of the past and lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honour. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and has no motive. Both of these statements are lies! Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim.
I'm going to have to prove Mr. Yogi Bear is lying about his alleged amnesia, yes.
Or, are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honour.
Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he?
The funny thing is, they would most likely have footage of Von Kramer attacking Philly Rort, so this trial would not be going through. It's true. But this was 2001. High trust society was more prevalent in those days. Maybe they just didn't put cameras in the old bill station where the evidence is all kept. I couldn't possibly think of a reason why you'd want security cameras in the evidence room where the evidence is kept. But, that's just me.
Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name.
We believe he is Yanley Oakley. His name is John Cena!
Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi. That name seems familiar.
Nah, Police Depot would have cameras. Don't ask me how I know.
Oh, Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident.
It figures the judge would have heard of it. It's such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honour, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Tut. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright? This witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof, and allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
Yanni Yogi was one of the best bailiffs the courtroom ever had. He took pride in how he smacked defendants' nuts. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honour, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see. That makes sense. Tut again.
Huh?
I am so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints. You see, he's not actually Yanni Yogi. He's an MIB agent called Q2.
What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
Oh.
Tut. Well, what will you do now, Mr. Wright? Huh? Come on, tell me. Come on. You have to keep telling me. Come on. It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. No. Can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one.
Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
Tut. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, huh?
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Mr. Von Karma.
Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot?
Cross-examine his parrot, you say? Who asked for the parrot to be cross-examined? Murgoot, I believe. You asked us that, didn't you?
What is it, Nick?
No, you're not going to. Your Honour, the defence would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? Phrasing. On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honour. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrots, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Well, that's not up for me to decide. Should we cross-examine Ollie? I'm going to leave it up to the chat. Chat, you decide. You decide, chat. Save. Yep. Oh, you go. And the poll's working now. Right. Good chance. There we go. Right. Getting saves in the chat. Save. Right. Excuse me. Everybody has unanimously, almost 6 votes even, but I'm doing it. Let's do it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honour.
This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. This is ridiculous. She's my last chance. But they took this from a real true crime story. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Hey! That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird every single day. Very well, witness. It did, Tash. Indeed. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Here we go. Yep.
Hello. Bah.
Actually, yeah. Someone was prosecuted based on a parrot reenacting a crime scene. This is it. Exactly what it's based on. The parrot was reciting the victim's last words before he was shot to death, and they actually used the parrot as evidence against the, I think it was his wife who killed him, if I remember correctly. Tash, can you confirm? Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Burn. Very well. Begin your cross-examination. Right.
What are you going to do, Nick?
Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
What's your name? Oh. What happened there? I mean, not any downtime on here. We back? Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's I'm not getting any drops on my end. I've got no errors coming through. I think that would have been an issue either on Streamlabs or YouTube side. So hopefully that doesn't persist. But we need to ask a question to... I think I've just saved it. Let me just save it again just to be absolutely sure. Because I can't remember if I saved it or not. Ask about the safe number. The other question's too obvious. Shall we do that? Okay. I'll go with that, GB. I'll go with that. Maybe I'll get her to say the safe number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack?
1128. 1128.
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker? Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ha! Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's identity?
Oh, crap. Ah. Yes, 1228. It's got to be the DL6 incident.
The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to the safe number? Oh, let's have a quick look. I just want to double check. It will be in the case summary. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. Great one, GB. Well done. Excuse me. The date of the incident? December 28. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah. He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honour. That's how important that date was to him. Just to clarify, I did get confirmation on my side that the stream did drop down for a moment or two, but normally when it's on my side, either my CPU goes mental and then it starts like dropping, then I get frame drops. But I didn't on this occasion. Everything, as I say, is running smoothly. I've got no drop bits or anything. So, yeah, hopefully it seems like it's working fine now. But, yeah, just want to confirm, not a boomer moment on my part. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Ah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number one.
No sargoning for TCG, none at all.
This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing.
Indeed. Alone it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we could just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Let's do that. Parrot says DL6 case. Yes. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me.
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that our owner is Mr. Yogi.
Hello? Hello? What?
Wonder if there's anything else in here. Oh my god, look, yes, no, we're on the right track. We are on the right track. We're on the right track. Look at that. Suspect data. Yanni Yogi, 37. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed self-unaliving. So we go back to that. Yeah, let's go back. Okay, so we're just gonna... We're on the right track. What's the safe number? Excuse me. So we'll go through this. Actually, it does. DL6 file. Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page.
Mr. Wright, this file is from a case 15 years ago. I don't see anything about a safe in here at all.
I believe... Oh, hang on a minute.
I believe this is another one of Mr. Wright's bluffs. Very well, witness, continue your testimony.
Oh, crap. Right, hold on. Oh my god, yes, Tash. Should have asked the bird that. We ask the name. Ask the name. We asked the name, didn't we? What's your name? Polly. Link it to the suspect. Because look, have we forgotten something? What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly? Polly? What's your name?
Polly? Polly?
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
But of course. Yes, it does.
Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing thing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yana Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is the good old DL6 file.
The DL6 case file? It's quite a large file you have there. Which page is it proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting your time. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name?
I can't now because I'm gonna... Tash, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tash. There's no going back now. This page has all the information about Yana Yogi. Right after he's arrested, his fiancée committed self-unaliving, see?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly!
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed unaliving of the self. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible. Ah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
And then I think we go back into it, Tash. I think you are right. I think we have to use all three of these things, and then and then it basically it amounts to become... It basically becomes more coincidence and more concrete.
She's only 7 years old. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that is all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying?
Okay. No, it looks like we've done enough.
Summon the caretaker off the boat shop. Immediately.
Sorry, Tash.
Witness, tell us your name. Wait! This witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay.
Upright, son.
I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different.
This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yana Yogi.
15 years ago,
I served as a bailiff in this very court. And the crowd is chatting away.
Order!
God damn it. Don't you just love it? Don't you just love technology, eh? Don't you just love technology? Don't you just love technology? I'm just going to wait for you guys to tell me that I'm back. There we go. Right. We're back. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really. But he didn't believe me. We won the trial. But I lost it. Yeah, back. For now. But I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. This year, 15 years later, the package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak. I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Objection? No? On karma. Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Now exactly, he's not swaying anymore, because he has revealed himself and has admitted to the murder of Robert Hammond. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? Clean sweep? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Woo! Feel sorry for the cleaner who's got to clear up all this confetti. Woo! That is all. This court is adjourned. What? What? Did someone just say objection? Wasn't Von Karma. But that means... No. Edgeworth! Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad.
Uh-oh. What do I do? What do we do, chat? What do we do? Oh, no. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I'll leave it up to you guys. What do we do? What do we do? I'm going to save it first, just in case. So 4 votes. Okay, so 3 of them are object. 1's let him speak. I've saved it. Don't you worry about that. Throw him in a slammer. Do we believe in our client, though? That's the thing. Do we believe in our client? Did he really carry out the crime? I don't know. Right. I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to raise an objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Ah, crap. That did happen, didn't it? For 15 years, I have had a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. I've just said the word. It was nice knowing you, YouTube. Thing was as clear as day. The murderer, criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Why are you pointing elsewhere, Edgeworth? Objection. I disagree with your pointing. Your pointing is inconsistent with your testimony. Order. Order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold the trial right here, right now. We tried this man for a crime of 15 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's a double whammy trial. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Through the elevator window, you're too late to save him. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you. Kill your dad?
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy. Just crazy.
Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case? For what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court.
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. December 28th, 2:30 p.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. Hell yes. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it is unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. Hey, Bilbo. Good evening, mate. one detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. DL6 incident. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
That's interesting. A single shot. Just quickly check the court record, because this bullet... No, that was from the first incident. Where is the DL6? One bullet. Murder weapon was fired twice. Right, there's your inconsistency, I think. One bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. And he said he only heard a single scream. Until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
The same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honour. We'll do some pressing, just in case anything extra comes out, but... It's... here, I think. Okay, let's go back. Right. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. What? Excuse me.
Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes. Myself, my father, and Yana Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help, my father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then, something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff's, Yana Yogi's. Safety must have come off when it fell from his holster.
And you picked it up? What happened next?
I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick, I panicked. Ah, bless you, Bilbo. Well, thank you very much for stopping by, mate. That's all cool. Hope you have a good day, mate.
So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi?
I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. Let's present. DL6. Incident. Yes, there we go, guys. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see.
No, Your Honour. Fortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Each page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony.
Right, let's go back and have a look. It was page 2, which I think was the victim note. One bullet found in the heart. The murder. It was victim. He said, "Yeah, victim data. Victim data." Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Cheers, Maverick. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shots? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. Sneaky, sneaky. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point. Mr. Wright? The murder weapon was fired twice, as we've heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do we have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Why, yes, we do. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Mergu, I think you've been calling it out for a while now. I can't save it just yet. Not that one. Let's go and have a look. What about this strikes you as odd? Let's give it a go. Look at this photograph. Tell me how it makes you feel. This is a photograph of the crime for this... start that again. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So, let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Oh my God, Your Honor, please get the clue. Show the judge where the contradiction is in this photo. So, is it his glasses? Is it the elevator buttons? Is it his kneecap? Through the window. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Ooh, excuse me. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out? In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the summary. Case summary page. Case summary, that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue is found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
So help me God! It is undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Bullshit,
Von Karma.
Order. I will have order.
Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found.
Unless the murderer took the second bullet with him. Casing, bullet casing, getting a lot of people saying screams and bullet casings. Okay.
It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tat, tat, tat. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Ah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection?
Sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing.
No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought we'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot, but now I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years.
Nick.
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely! I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did.
Oh no. He's accepted the guilt.
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
No, Edgeworth is going to be sentenced to 15 years of nut smackings.
Right now! Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? Been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I should know about. I know I should be saying. My mind's gone blank. Can't find the words.
Where did you miss the opportunity for the casing?
I might not have missed the opportunity. Mr. Wright.
Press, come on, let's go.
Your Honor.
I object.
Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Oof. Nick, I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no.
It must exist. The second bullet. Ooh.
What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. Where?
Someone took it. Ooh. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed.
Ghost me upward. What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realise that, Your Honor.
I'm really grasping here.
It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one.
Well, the criminal took the second bullet. But why?
Huh?
First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? Chat. I'm not going to bring a poll up, but I'm going to say, I think I know which road. I think I know which route to go down. You reckon he had to find it, did he? You reckon? Excuse me. Well, I suppose. Yeah, we'll go with that. JFC. Yeah, we'll go with that. Go with had to find it. Okay. Sure. Sure about that? Let's see. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it.
Bah! What possible reason could they have had?
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... Go on, chat. Would be proof, or the murderer was cautious. We've got to be careful here now. We're starting to stray into territory where we're going to start losing. We're going to get penalised. So he had to find it. Why did he have to find it? To make it look like self-delete? I've saved it, Mergu, don't you worry. Be proof. Okay, Mergu. GB, we're going to go with that. Maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof? Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Watch this.
Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired?
Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalise you. Ah, this isn't going so well. Watch this. Watch this. The murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for the stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Bah! The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Oh, bollocks, okay. Had to take it. Murderer. What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Ooh. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet was, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hits you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know. Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot. GB. I think GB's cracking it. He's cracking it. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them. Margut von Karma took a long vacation. He did, didn't he? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yeah, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. Oh, Mavericks are gasping. The other 2 people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean... The murderer came from outside, yes. Order, order. The 2 men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges. Phrasing. And the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. Hence the scream. GB. Well done. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! Come on! What is wrong with you, Judge? Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. That's right. Can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Here we go. Von Karma had lost face and had to take out Edgeworth Sr. His holiday, he was wounded and needed to recover the... Yeah, you're getting it! You're getting it! What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. Dun, dun, dun! Can we get some shocked faces? Can we get some gasps in the chat, guys? Because I think Maya's cracked it. But not before GB, not before Murgu, not before you guys in the chat. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now?
Oh, chat, what should we do? I'm not going to put it up to a poll.
First one in. Do we say it now or do we save it for a better time? Save it for a start. We'll save it. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's save it. Say it. Say it. Oh, hang on. Right. Is that save the game or save it for a better time? Tell you what. I will put it to a poll. I will put it to a poll. What to do? Use or wait? I will stick it in a poll. There we go. Save the game for a better time. Okay then. Right. See you later, guys. Nice chat. Good stream. Okie dokie. 67% say accuse, or we're 50-50 on 4 votes with 6 in the chat. 5 say accuse takes the lead. 1 more vote to go. 1 more vote to go. Whoa. I want that 6th person to vote. Come on. Come on. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Oh. Okay. Right. Okay, so we have a 50-50 split. So, I'm going to pick somebody. Let's go with Mr. Gently Benevolent. What should we do? Should we say it now or should we save it for a better time? I will save it beforehand. What should we do? What do we do? What do we do? It's all up to you. Accuse him. You have no time left. Okay, let's do it. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
What?
Von Karma.
Von Karma?
Doesn't look phased at all, does he?
You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Ah! You don't object? I see no need. I honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection. because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under? A knife at Mr. Wright. Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Ah,
Nick,
let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Get that jacket off Von Karma, show the scar. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Von Karma pulled the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. Where? Tat. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove I was shot? Unless he killed the doctor afterwards in a tragic boating self-deletion accident. Save. For a start, save. Guys, we're going to be bold. We're going to throw some evidence. We're going to show evidence. Maverick Hunter Von Karma grabs his arm. I can prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... metal detector. Right, Jays. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then, I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is this even possible? For all those years? Well, there is one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Oh, look, lads, he's sweating. Lads and ladies, he's sweating. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge... you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Man's sweating. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his on his sweater already. Oh my god. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti is nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking now. Everybody's choking out. Order. Your Honor. The defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said that we had to end this right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Beep, beep, beep. Reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright's who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the courtroom records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. And I can't save it. Right, well, we need to be careful here. I don't think that's going to be it. I don't think that's going to be it. Yeah, it would be this, wouldn't it? It would be the bullet. Clear ballistic markings. It would be this, wouldn't it? I can't save it, JFC. Well, if he's got a bullet, we'll take that one out of him. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? Oh, this is the bullet that he dropped. This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. Yes, indeed. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyse both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, you. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from our father. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed! Mr. Von Karma. Only you would dare defy me. So, it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Hands, death, ha! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. Sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way into the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. Boom. Hey, Mima, how you doing? I switched up Von Karma's accent again. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. It was the perfect crime, come on! I should have got away with it, but it was for you, unless it was for your pesky meddling kids and your little dog too. That's right, Maya, I called you a dog. Sue me! Ugh. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge! What? What are you doing? Do your job! Bring an end to this miserable charade! Now! End it! Come on! Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. We have come a very long way to the end of this maze, I should say, 15 years earlier. Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. But you said it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor.
Karma was sentenced to 20 years nut-smacking.
The court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth not guilty.
More confetti! More work for the cleaners. Mr. Von Karma, I charge you with spogging out in court.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Ha! Von Karma. What a bitch.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I've got to say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though.
I was sure we'd had it. I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now, it's all just a good memory.
It's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try. Thank you.
Yes, get some celebrate. Let's get some confetti in the chat, guys. Let's get some popping out. Yay! Let's get it all going. So we're just leaving the Von Karma admitting to murder a publicly thing. Don't worry, he'll get punished.
See. Thank you, Wright.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
He's got you there.
Whoop! Oh yeah, come on guys, amazing pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe.
That's how you say thank you.
I see.
Whoop!
I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
Hey, y'all!
Oh God, what's she doing here?
Lotta! Y'all were great in there.
Thank you.
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats.
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your head in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh?
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta?
Who, me? Ha! I went back to college. Whoop whoop, that's the sound of not... Whoop whoop, that's the sound of not... I can't do that, hang on. That's the sound of not guilty. Yeah, we go. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh?
It's over, Nick. My life is over, dude.
Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick. I'm not long for this world, dude.
You don't look sick.
It's Keonce. She's going to live in Paris, Nick.
Paris!
She's leaving me behind, dude. She's leaving me behind, man.
Should have seen that coming.
Yo, Edgy. Yo, Edgy. Edgy. Hey, you. Edgy. There you are.
Yes. Here I am.
Yo, congrats, Edgy. Here. Here's a little gift from me in celebration, dude.
Yeah, literally in one day, Lotta, you were an investigative reporter at the beginning of this third-day trial. Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, you come along tonight too? My tree pal.
Huh? Thanks, dude. Looking forward to it, man. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he's his treat, it's not police talk for prison food, right? Right?
I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? An envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not little, but it's not a lot either.
At least talk for prison bumming.
Naughty. $38 exactly.
Nick? Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
$38? No.
No, Larry, it was you.
What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was so bored, so he came into school that day. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
Yo, I was never good at history.
Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right. You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Twink, Larry. Just like any real school would do.
I know. Really right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh?
Edgeworth. You should have told me.
Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
So there you have it, dude.
Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did.
Well, you always have been something of an insufferable emotionalist.
He's going with a hard blush. Slay Queen.
Yeah, dude. And you get worked up too easily, too.
Death!
The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I had known, I'd have become a prosecutor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right?
Hey, y'all. Line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time. Let's go.
And after that, dinner on me.
Not literally on you, I hope. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 29, 5:02 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Whoa. Ugh. I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. It's still only 5 a.m. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you. I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a fully fledged spirit medium for starters.
Maya-chan, Von Karma's revenge.
I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye? What time is it?
The first trains for the mountains have already left.
To the station! I guess I'm too late.
Hey! Nick?
Maya? So, you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it! Wait.
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. I'm going to say that quickly.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
You were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. You know what we should show her? We should show her from this. It was her.
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6. You were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training. Come back.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
Well, I don't know about that. Better get your train.
So this is it. See you soon.
See you soon, Maya. Oh, look at the little tears streaming from my eyes.
Thanks, Nick.
And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. Say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. There we are. There we are.
Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise.
Whoop, Detective Gumshoe.
Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh?
Oh dear. Yeah, so guys, that's the main story. I don't know if they've got the bonus chapter in this one. If they haven't, I'll... Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately, dude. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady. She's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah, dude. Who's up next?
Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
Almost forgot about Payne. Winston Payne. Almost forgot about him. Oh, Murgatroyd, this series is nowhere near finished yet, my dude. Phoenix Wright? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. Oh, you should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Larry, stop hooking up with weird named ladies who keep moving overseas.
Ahem. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see?
Let's get some burgers in the chat, because, I mean, there's no horror show stream tonight, so why don't we bring the burger ratings here? Out of 12. Go for it.
Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that they're finally putting some...
A single burger? A single burger? Lots of burgers. JFC. I'm pleased to announce The Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public's eye until the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kids' dreams, you know. I think you were right, Mergu, a few streams back when you said about him being the Pink Princess. I actually think he is.
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway?
10 out of 12 burgers with some good buns, others not so much. Very good, I like that.
Right, who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog! It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age.
I think you are right, I think it is Will Powers in there.
Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm going to be famous.
There was a ghost? Don't get into Pink Princess, Cody. You'll be on the... Oh, you'll be fine. Oh my god, there was a ghost. Spoopy! Ah, wholesome. Capcom. Hold it.
A brand new episode has been added, guys. We got the bonus one. Get in. We're going to meet, I believe that's Emma. Is that Emma? Right, guys, well, do you know what? That seems like a good place to leave it. Let's save it. So, episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. This is the bonus episode that they released on the DS to take advantage of the touchscreen capabilities and the voice controls. So, keep going, detective. I don't want to go to work. Well, the problem is, mate, I've got to be up in a few hours to do just that. So, we're going to conclude it there. But, still got a turnabout to go. This is good. Since I have to go play Divinity 2 with people, not sure it'll be streamed. Oh, fair enough. No worries. But yeah, this is a good point where to end it, I think. Thoroughly enjoyed this series. The main story to this is brill. I'm glad you gave it 10 out of 12 GB. I would give it 11, I would say. Only downside to it is that there aren't more turnabouts. So, yeah. I mean, but there's plenty more games that we'll play. So, we'll get this one out of the way, which the next stream, just to remind you guys, the next stream will likely be on Monday now, because I've got about 30 hours of 30 hours of overtime to do between now and Sunday. So I'm going to be very tight, very sort of tied up for now. Oh, Mergy, mate, I've got a holiday to pay for, so, and spending money to take, so it's all going, it's all for good reasons. But yeah, so I will be back on Monday. Okay, I'll confirm the time later, but it'll be sort of around sort of 9:30, 10ish, like we've been doing. And then yeah, we'll go with Rise from the Ashes. We'll get that one out of the way, and then we can move on to the sequel, the second part of the trilogy, which was Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. I'm looking forward to playing that one because that's probably the one I remember the least about. Holiday, you coming to see me in the prison colony? Oh, I would do, mate, but I ain't got a passport. Mine's expired. So yeah, guys, thank you ever so much for tuning in. Good stuff, Mima. Yeah, you get your rest. I'm going to do exactly the same afterwards. So yeah, guys, thank you for stopping by. Really massively appreciate the support so far with the series. And yeah, we'll be back on Monday. So until next time, take care. Tell you what, Mima, I'm not playing any zombie games. I might have to be financially incentivized to do stuff like that, but we'll see. Till next time, take care and goodbye for now.